everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you see her forever. You might think that when you step away, she's indifferent, that your absence doesn't matter, but that's a dangerous assumption, and it keeps so many men blind to the emotional truth she's experiencing. Right now, while you're busy, living your life, she's not just thinking about you, she's feeling, deeply, in ways you can't see. A woman doesn't measure your presence in hours or minutes. She measures it in energy, in attention, in emotional availability. When you leave, even for the smallest amount of time, her mind starts filling the space you left. She recalls moments you shared, your laughter, the warmth in your touch, the way your voice made her feel safe. And if you've ever wondered why she seems distant after you return, this is why. Her emotions aren't a switch you flip. They're a tide that rises when you pull away. And if you don't understand how to navigate it, you risk being caught in a storm you didn't see coming. Absence doesn't create emptiness for her, it creates awareness. She starts to evaluate not just your actions, but your intentions, your consistency, your care. Every missed message, every delayed reply, every day you're not fully present, it's a calculation her subconscious is running. And here's the brutal truth most men miss. She doesn't want to feel your absence. It makes her vulnerable, but she can't help it. She doesn't sit idle. Her mind becomes a stage where memories play, where doubts creep in, where desire grows, and sometimes frustration boils. The irony is, this isn't about control. It isn't about manipulation. It's about emotional reality. While you're away, she's navigating a landscape of uncertainty and hope simultaneously, balancing between wanting to reach out and testing your value. And if you think she isn't noticing your habits, your patterns, your silence, you are wrong. Every subtle pause, every minor delay, every shift in attention is felt, processed, and stored. So when you step away next time, don't just assume she's unaffected. Don't underestimate the gravity of your absence. It's shaping her feelings, shaping her desire, shaping her perspective of you, whether you see it or not. Understanding this is the first step in becoming a man who doesn't just exist in her life, but leaves a mark she can't ignore. Think about the last time you disappeared for hours, a day, or even just didn't text back. You may have believed she was calm, unbothered, maybe even distracted. But the truth is far more complex, and far more revealing about what she truly feels for you. In that silence, she's not idle. Her mind becomes hyper-aware. She starts replaying your interactions, analyzing your tone, the way you laughed, the way you looked at her. Every detail is magnified because absence is the lens that sharpens her perception. And here's the secret most men will never understand. When she feels your absence, her emotional system doesn't just pause, it activates. Her heart beats faster, her thoughts spiral, and her imagination begins painting possibilities. She's imagining scenarios, what you might be doing, who you might be with, whether you're thinking of her. She's balancing desire, anxiety, and longing in a way that consumes her energy. This isn't a weakness, it's the core of her emotional wiring. Women are wired to detect patterns in connection and disconnection, and every time you step away, her subconscious is measuring your consistency, your reliability, and your value. And here's where men often misunderstand everything. The more you disappear, the more she notices, and the more she feels. But if absence is prolonged without context or care, it shifts. Desire can turn into frustration. Curiosity can become doubt. She doesn't just miss you, she evaluates whether you're worth the emotional investment. This is why the way you leave and how you return matters more than most men realize. A careless absence can make her question, can make her retreat, can make her test the emotional boundaries of the relationship without you even realizing it. But when handled with subtle awareness, absence can create a powerful effect. It can make her miss you, think of you in moments she didn't expect, and even intensify her attraction. She begins to notice your value in ways she takes for granted when you're present. It's not manipulation, it's a natural consequence of emotional dynamics she can't control. And it's a secret that men who understand it can leverage, without ever playing games, to deepen her connection to them in ways that feel inevitable, almost magnetic. Her mind during your absence is alive, restless, and profoundly reactive. If you ignore it, you risk fading into ordinary. If you respect it, if you understand it, you create a space where she can't stop thinking about you, where your presence and absence both carry meaning. This is the psychology most men never learn, and it's what separates the ones she forgets from the ones she can't let go. While you're away, she's sending signals you may never consciously notice. A slight hesitation before she texts back, a pause in her laughter when she talks about her day, even the way she scrolls past your messages without replying immediately. These are not coincidences. Every subtle action is her mind grappling with your absence, her heart trying to measure the distance between you. Men often mistake this for disinterest, but in reality, it's the exact opposite. Her emotions are heightened, sharper, more focused on you than ever. She might laugh at something trivial with friends, but in reality, her mind drifts to you. She's analyzing, replaying, imagining. She's asking herself questions she'll never admit aloud. Is he thinking of me? Does he care if I notice he's gone? Every unanswered message is like a gentle pull on her emotional leash. She's balancing hope and doubt, curiosity and frustration, attraction and fear. And here's the truth most men don't realize. It's this very tension that makes her emotional attachment so deep. She is wired to feel the pull of your presence and absence simultaneously. And the strangest part? She doesn't always want to show it. Pride, self-protection, even fear of appearing too vulnerable. These keep her from reaching out immediately. But inside, she's thinking of you constantly. She's imagining scenarios where you reappear, analyzing how she wants to respond, and testing her own feelings in the process. Every subtle gesture, every delayed reply, every word carefully chosen or left unsaid is her way of navigating the emotional storm you've created simply by not being there. Some men think that being mysterious or distant is a game. It's not a game. This is human psychology at its rawest. Your absence isn't just noticed, it's felt deeply, emotionally, physically. Her body responds. Small pangs of longing, subtle shifts in attention, moments of daydreaming that take her completely out of the present. And her subconscious records all of it, storing it as a narrative about you, about her, and about the connection she feels when you return. The most powerful insight you can take from this is simple but overlooked. Absence creates an emotional gravity. It pulls her closer, whether she acknowledges it or not. And when you understand how to respect it, honor it, and navigate it, you stop being just another man she knows. You become the man she can't forget, the man whose presence, or absence, shapes her reality in ways she can't control. When you're gone, something powerful happens in her mind. Absence isn't just a lack, it's a signal. Her subconscious starts working overtime, mapping your value, replaying memories, and creating emotional scenarios she didn't even realize she was holding on to. Every laugh you shared, every intimate glance, every word that mattered to her becomes magnified. And suddenly, she's not just missing you, she's feeling the weight of what your presence brings, the comfort, the excitement, the tension, all wrapped into one raw emotional cocktail she can't escape. And here's the part most men never notice. Absence triggers reflection. She starts evaluating not only you, but herself and the connection between you. Was she too quick to respond last time? Did she give too much or too little? Did she show vulnerability or hold back? All these questions swirl, sometimes consciously, sometimes below the surface, but they're always tied to the way your presence, or lack of it, affects her emotional equilibrium. She's dissecting the relationship with a mental microscope, testing boundaries, gauging desire, and predicting outcomes. Desire is amplified in absence. Every thought of you becomes a spark, every memory a flame. Even mundane actions, a message, a like on social media, a glance from across the room, become charged with emotional weight. Her brain and heart are wired to notice these subtleties, and the absence makes her feel things she may struggle to name. She's not playing games. Her mind is responding naturally to the tension you've created, to the distance you've imposed, whether intentionally or not. And here's the thing. Many men misread this entirely. They assume that if she doesn't reach out immediately, she's indifferent. But the truth is more dangerous than that assumption. She's emotionally invested, thinking, analyzing, longing, imagining scenarios where you return, where your energy aligns with hers again. Every moment you're away, her mind is rehearsing, replaying, and sometimes even fantasizing. The absence sharpens her perception of your value, her awareness of your importance, and her emotional connection to you. Understanding this is what separates men who are forgettable from men who are unforgettable. If you learn to respect the emotional space your absence creates, to leave it intentional yet balanced, you become more than just a presence in her life. You become the gravitational pull she feels even when you're nowhere near. And that pull, once established, is almost impossible for her to resist. Pay attention to the small things, because this is where the truth hides. The way she hesitates before replying to your message, the slight change in her tone, the little smile that disappears when she thinks about you. These aren't random. They are signals of a mind alive with your absence. She might be talking to friends, laughing, scrolling through her phone, but her attention drifts back to you in ways you will never see unless you know where to look. Even her actions online are subtle cues. Maybe she pauses before she opens your text. Maybe she likes an old photo of yours. Maybe she checks your social media profiles without interacting. These are tiny acts of emotional tethering. Her subconscious is seeking connection, testing the waters, measuring the distance between what she wants and what she's allowed to feel. And it's exhausting for her. She's balancing desire, pride, hope, and doubt all at once, quietly and intensely. Sometimes she mirrors your absence in behavior. She might become a little more reserved, a little more guarded, not because she doesn't care, but because her mind is trying to protect her from vulnerability. And yet, even in restraint, her longing is visible if you know how to read it. She might drop subtle hints in conversation, linger on certain topics, or remember details you've long forgotten. These are not coincidences. They are the footprints of her emotional navigation while you are away. And here's the most important part. Men often mistake these signs for disinterest or games. The truth is more profound. She's not indifferent, and she's not playing. She's processing, reflecting, and feeling at a depth that most men will never witness. Every small hesitation, every brief distraction, every tiny act of attention she gives, or withholds, is a measure of how much she notices your absence, how deeply she misses your presence, and how intensely she values the connection she has with you. If you understand this, you stop misreading her. You stop seeing silence as rejection or distance as lack of care. Instead, you see a woman deeply alive in her emotions, a woman whose mind is constantly processing the weight of your presence and absence. And when you learn to respond with awareness, to honor her internal experience without overcomplicating it, you become more than a man she sees. You become the man she feels, the one whose absence leaves a space that no one else can fill. Now that you understand what she feels during your absence, it's time to recognize the power you hold. The truth is, most men live oblivious to this emotional landscape, treating absence like emptiness. But for a woman, absence is the stage where desire, reflection, and longing all play out. And when you know how to navigate it, you can become the man who is not just noticed, but felt deeply in every corner of her mind. Presence alone is not enough. Being around constantly doesn't create impact, it dilutes it. What creates impact is awareness of your own energy, your attention, your timing, and your ability to hold space without suffocating her. Every absence is an opportunity, every pause a moment to leave her mind wandering toward you. But this only works when it's authentic, balanced, and respectful. She senses manipulation instantly. She can feel when distance is forced versus when it is natural. The most powerful men are those who understand timing, who let absence create tension without creating fear, who allow her mind to spiral toward longing and attachment naturally. They notice her subtle cues, the quick glance, the small hesitation, the shift in tone, and respond in ways that validate her emotions while reinforcing their value. This is not about playing games. This is about mastering the psychology of connection. When you return after absence, your presence becomes amplified. Your words, your touch, your energy, it all carries weight because she has been subconsciously measuring, anticipating, and imagining it. And here's the real secret most men miss. The emotional intensity she experiences during your absence doesn't fade when you return. It transforms. It can deepen desire, strengthen attachment, and create a magnetic pull toward you, but only if you act with awareness. If you ignore it, she may drift, subtly withdrawing. If you honor it, she feels seen, understood, and profoundly connected. So the lesson is simple but transformative. Your absence is never empty, your presence is never ordinary, and your awareness is the key that turns emotional chaos into powerful attraction. When you learn this, you stop being just another man in her life. You become the man she can't stop thinking about, the one whose absence leaves space no one else can fill, the one whose presence feels indispensable. Understand this, respect it, use it wisely, and watch how your connection transforms, how desire deepens, and how you become unforgettable in ways she never expected, but will never forget.